There's the bell. We're underway. Singles action here. As Don Vega getting ready to go one-on-one with a New England wrestling legend, the veteran Brutal Bob Evans. And I'll tell you, Don Vega's going to have his work cut out for him here, because I'm sure every single person here in Brockton is firmly behind Brutal Bob. On an elbow tie up here. Brutal Bob backs Vega into the corner. Now, come on. This is a bunch of malarkey right off the bat here. As well respected as Brutal Bob is, you know, he's known to implore a dirty trick or two. And Don Vega trying a dirty trick or two of his own, saying that he pulled his hair and pulled his tights. Listen, they're both two follically challenged individuals here. Oh, there you go. I talk about those dirty tricks there. Maybe a little fish hooking at the hands of Brutal Bob. Brutal Bob really doesn't need to do something like that, but it was more so of telling Don Vega, listen, you want to mess with me, I'll really mess with you. Vega here trying to break that headlock up. He's got a hand up, pushing down, trying to alleviate the grip strength there of Brutal Bob, and does so into an arm bar. Turns him around. Oh, and look at this. You see Brutal Bob telling the ref that he thinks he's pulling his tights. Referee's distracted. Like I said, Brutal Bob, not the type of guy who really needs to use these sort of dirty tactics, but kind of showing these young kids how it's done, you know? Vega got the arm again. Brutal Bob trying to kip up. Third time, maybe not. One day he'll get it. Vega in control here. Brutal Bob back up to his feet. Oh, here we go. Maybe this time? Nope, instead goes for the ankle pick. And back to work on the arm himself goes Brutal Bob. Vega backs him into the corner, looking for a clean break as the referee putting the count. Went for a chop. Brutal Bob was ready for him and answered with a punch of his own. Brutal Bob sending Vega to the outside, and Vega immediately getting back into the ring. He doesn't want to have to deal with Brutal Bob on the outside, or does so under his own terms, perhaps. Referee putting the count on Brutal Bob, telling him to get back into the ring, and Vega takes the long way around. I think he threw Brutal Bob to the outside so he could do whatever illegal tactics he wanted without the admonishment of the referee here. He needs to be wary of the count. You don't want to get counted out. Ended up giving the victory. I was about to remark Vega was dangerously close to the ropes and decided to use them for leverage, not enough to keep Brutal Bob down. Variation on a chin lock here, putting Brutal Bob's head against his thigh. Just wrenching back on the neck here with two hands. Brutal Bob able to get to his feet. Shot to the midsection. Vega decides to give up the hold. And sends Brutal Bob face first into the canvas here. Cover. Quick 2 count there. Brutal Bob getting out the back door on that pin. And now Vega just stepping on the hand of Brutal Bob. Continuing his assault is Don Vega. Nothing pretty about what he's doing, but you get stomped and stepped on and smushed repeatedly. That's just as effective as any wrestling hold or maneuver. Shoulder block. Shot to the midsection here. Brutal Bob back up to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Irish whip here. Brutal Bob goes in with a big shoulder tackle, but Vega out of the way. Again, a stomp, a kick, a series of shots here. A little bit longer of a 2 count there. Don Vega's going to have to do a lot more to put Brutal Bob away. Modified cravat here, both men in a kneeling position. Referee right there to check. Brutal Bob saying no way. It's tough to talk in a position like this, letting him know with his hands he does not give it up. Brutal Bob out of the cravat. Series of punches here right on the ear. It's a way to throw off your opponent's equilibrium. Damage the inner ear with shots like that. That's why you see like a bell ringer, things of that nature. But a clothesline will do just as much to ajar your opponent as anything Brutal Bob was just doing there. Hook of the leg again, only 2. Vega now continuing to try to wear down Brutal Bob. And I tell you, one thing Brutal Bob is known for is his conditioning, very famously. Once a year, he'll have a lengthy Iron Man match against sometimes one competitor, sometimes a number of competitors as a test of his own conditioning. Gets out of the hold as Brutal Bob, again with those shots to the ear. Trying to pick Vega up. Vega's got a little bit of a weight advantage on Brutal Bob there. You see he picks Brutal Bob up, slams him down to the canvas. Taking a long time off that second rope was Don Vega, giving Brutal Bob the opportunity to get the leg up, foot in the face. Now both men down to the canvas. Referee putting the count on both of them. Referee up to 5 almost here. Both men up to their feet. Kick to the midsection here. There's just much wrestling going on in this contest. There's just been as much brawling, fisticuffs, kicks, and stomps. There we go. Big splash followed up by a bulldog. The calling card of Brutal Bob Evans says he's got him done here. What is this? Just out of the corner of my eye here, TK Orion is snuck out from backstage. And he trips up Bob Evans. on. Vega steals one with the help